Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nexy, and I'm joined by...
Clicked!
I'm so excited, man. It's F Monday, and this is actually a series that Bestman and I started back in the Halo Reach days, and we thought to ourselves, you know, Monday's a pretty terrible day, so why don't we do something to brighten up your Monday? And unfortunately, Bestman's having the worst Monday of all time because he doesn't have a computer right now, or his mic broke, and his cell phone got disconnected, and I think his parents are going through a divorce or something, so I decided to bring on Clicked. What's up, man?
I'm really excited because I haven't seen a lot of pro player gameplay, but Prototype just gave us some Regicide gameplay on Haven, so let's just jump right into it and get it started.
Alright, here we go. As Click just said, we're watching Prototype play a little Regicide on Haven. Pretty much the standard Regicide map, or any free-for-all for that matter, plays really well on Haven. And his gamer tag in the game is Zeke something Tizype or whatever, and that's because his middle name is actually Ezekiel, which is one of my favorite names of all time. And before we start jumping into the action, let's break down his loadout. So what's he playing with?
I only got to see his primary weapon, which is the DMR, and then he also has a bolt shot and a jetpack. I don't know what perks he's using, but it does seem like a lot of the pros always use the DMR with the jetpack in competitive play.
And you know what? He already decides to drop the bolt shot in favor of the sticky launcher pistol grenade. What is this thing called?
Sticky detonator.
Sticky detonator, putting it to use. And I like the way he plays it. I mean, it feels like a rocket launcher to me. I personally have trouble with this weapon, but dropping it in front of your opponent's feet and then pulling the trigger seems to be working out for him. Already the king, already with the overshield, and that's going to pick him up the beatdown. Now, it's interesting that he's using the DMR here because I've seen a lot of pros on Haven, because of the more close quarter combat, opt for the BR. What are the differences?
Well, the main thing with the DMR, and the reason why I think so many pros like it, is because it has a lot of auto-aim at long range. Plus, it's just a lot more consistent than the BR. The BR is kind of weird at range, but I'm more of a BR guy anyways, but the BR just dominates at close range because there is some slight recoil with the DMR at close range, and it might throw off some people, but the pros know how to control recoil because they are, that good at Halo.
And another thing to note, talking to some of the top free-for-all players, and I'm sure Prototype can attest to this, is using your secondary weapons and picking up weapons on the map is super important. So if you're going to rely on your DMR at range and your jetpack like we're seeing here, check them out. Shieldless, you're helpless. See you later. But, here we go. Exactly. Pulling out the bolt shot to clean up kills is an important part of free-for-all. And players who just decide to stick to their DMR or BR all game aren't going to see the success as much as somebody like Prototype is. And Prototype is an accomplished free-for-all player. He's been around forever.
Yeah, he's a really good free-for-all player, but the thing about Regicide is you get punished for being in first place, and he's doing a great job at staying alive and being the king. And if you guys didn't know, in Regicide, if you stay alive long enough, you'll get bonuses. So right now, he just got the overshield for staying alive long enough, and if he stays alive for even longer, he'll get a damage boost.
Yeah, and Prototype is one of those players who just burst out into the scene. We talked about him being on Fnatic, and Fnatic is one of the most well-respected gaming organizations out there for competitive gaming. They've been around forever. They have StarCraft players, even Dota players and League of Legends players. They're OGs. They were back around in the CS days, and they've taken interest in Halo, and one of their main players is Prototype. We saw Proto last, I think 2011, he won a free-for-all in Dallas, and that says a lot, man. This guy, and he placed third with Classic when they were Fnatic Classic, so you can't sleep on Prototype, except for when he's jetpacking off the map. I make that mistake too, man. In Reach, you can kind of hover with your jetpack and make jumps like that, but in this game, you better know the jumps, and Haven is definitely a map that caters to people who like to jump. Now, I like what he's doing here, watching the radar, and that's the difference in Halo 4 as well, is it tells you what level your opponent's on the radar. If the red blip is a little faded out, you know they're below you or above you, so we see Prototype doing a good job. Still king, still getting chased down, simply letting his shields come back. There's a jetpacker above him, and once again, pulling out the bolt shot.
That was a great bolt shot kill. It just reminds me of how the bolt shot glitch got taken out, but he's still doing a great job of getting kills with it, and he just got the King Tacular again with the overshield.
That's the third one. And put it to use, I think he got shot twice there, runs up behind two players, and really what I've been seeing out of Prototype so far is controlled aggression, right? He checks his radar, sees a couple blips, and just holds forward, but he seems to always be in the right place at the right time, dropping down bottom middle, two more blips, there we go, clean it up for the, I don't even
This is ridiculous. And the thing with free-for-alls is you have to have good awareness, and he's showing it right now. There's millions of guys on him, well, not millions, but close enough, and he's staying alive and using the fancy jetpack to get out of the way.
This is like magic. I'm blown away, and here we go, setting up for some more. So I like that, dude. He found his escape on open. He saw a lot of blips charging him while he was bottom open. There's the 4th overshield of the game, and he used one of those jumps to kind of just flank all 3 of them, came up behind him, and he's just... Dude, I don't even want I want to be this good. I wish I can do this. I'll play and I'll win games, but it certainly doesn't look like this.
Well, maybe we can start practicing and do some team regicide and see if we can get some king-taculars.
Yeah, Team Regicide's alright. Not a super fan. Continuing to pull the bolt shot out. Unfortunately getting stuck by a guy with a whole bunch of what is that? Westa with eyes before everything. On the respawn, spawning bottom close. He's going to work his way up to Mohawk. Blip above him, getting shot in the back. Missing a bolt shot, switching to the DMR, and Prototype, you suck! No, I'm just kidding. He has 250 kills. The next guy below him has nothing near that. 7 minutes left in the game, but I don't think he's going to need it. Putting shots downfield, and there's that DMR in action, simply backing off when he's no shield, and he knows it. Dude, escaping just in the nick of time. I don't know if you guys caught that, but as he was jetpacking upward with no shield, there was a guy dropping to clean him up, and he avoided it completely. The awareness on Prototype is on another level.
Yeah, and one quick thing to note is he's not changing his loadout. He is very comfortable and confident with what he has right now.
Well, when you're winning, you win more. I mean, that's a really popular saying in StarCraft. When you have the lead, you know, no need to make adjustments. You got to make and playing to win. So David Serlin, one of the guys who writes about fighting games, and he has a great book out there. You should check it out. Talking about playing to win, right? If you're winning, make your opponent figure out how to beat you first, then adjust your strategy. There's no point in giving them any mercy, to say. But here we go, 290. The next guy below him is starting to catch up a little bit, having a one-on-one fight top middle. You don't see that often, and there's the game. So what did we learn?
We learned that Prototype is really good at, regicide. I'm not that good, but I learned a lot. I might have to review the footage again to see if I can learn how to stay alive and actually use the DMR and the jetpack and the bolt shot properly.
And I bet you if you watched Prototype's eyes during that game, you'd see him watching his radar more than he looked at the middle of his screen. I'm blown away, and if you want to see more of Prototype's game type, check the description. He's a good dude. I've known him for years, and he's certainly putting effort into creating Halo 4 content. Hey, thanks for sending us that gameplay. Guys, I'm Nexy, joined by Clicked. This was F Monday, and I'll see you next time.